and I'm going to read the recommendations by the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission to the government of Zimbabwe. We make a call that the government of Zimbabwe respects the citizens' rights to demonstrate and to petition as provided for in Section 59 of the Constitution. The petition of the civilians was a petition on their civil rights to right to food and water, right to education, right to healthcare, right to citizens' dignity, which have been eroded by the happenings over the past few years, but also the general lack of national development. That is a constitutional mandate according to Section 13 of the duty bearers that will facilitate employment creation and other opportunities for the enjoyment of a prosperous and fulfilling livelihood for the citizens of Zimbabwe, according to Section 8, subsection 2. At the same time, the citizens of Zimbabwe are reminded that the right to demonstrate comes with the responsibility to ensure that the demonstrations are peaceful and that they do not lead to violations of the rights of others. The right to personal security has been seriously violated for business owners and also people with their personal properties that were destroyed, and that is a violation of Section 52, subsection A of our Constitution. Secondly, the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission calls upon government to take the lead in convening a platform for national dialogue with partners in all sectors, including captains of industry, labor unions, independent commissions, civil society, and the opposition parties and ordinary citizens in order to find a lasting solution to the prevailing economic challenges to ensure respect and observance of the fundamental human rights and freedoms, and in order to promote peace and security in the country. The Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission also appeals to the National Peace and Reconciliation Commission to facilitate healing and reconstruction of trust and credibility and other valuable virtues of democracy and national stability, where it is expected that the government will put in place a mechanism to ensure reparation, rehabilitation, and compensation for those that have been victims of military and police brutality. The use of live ammunition by the army, the continued use of live ammunition by the army and the police against unarmed civilians has been alluded to, is strongly condemned and must stop, because the loss of life and serious injuries among citizens is a gross violation of human rights, in particular the most fundamental of rights, the right to life, in Section 48 of our Constitution. Parliament must ensure the implementation of Section 210 of the Constitution by enacting a law for an effective and independent mechanism for receiving and investigating complaints from members of the public about misconduct on the part of members of the security forces and remedying any harm caused by such misconduct. We also call upon the government of Zimbabwe to make assurances of non-recurrence. Government must expedite the ratification of the Convention against torture and other cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment or punishment. The police are urged to properly investigate cases whenever uprisings occur or are alleged to have been committed, instead of using the crackdown and dragnet arrest of citizens many of whom would not have been linked to the alleged offenses. I thank you.